Alright, Fear the Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 1, Pilot. And before I continue, yes, oh my god, Chris is reviewing a TV series. And yes, oh my god, he's probably going to continue and add other series and movies to this at some point. I again urge you to check Outside the Pages. It should be up after this video because it's rendering right now. And this should go up pretty quickly, so check it out. Lots of announcements there. But anyway, this episode is dedicated to the first episode of Fear the Walking Dead. And really quickly, before I even get into that, the way I'm going to be breaking down my TV movie reviews is I'm going to give you guys a very brief overview of the entire episode or movie, my thoughts on the characters, the movie or TV show, and the progression, etc., 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 and then my rating. Then after that, I'll be going a little bit more in depth and a little bit more involved with the episode. So spoilers will be at the end. I'll be giving you guys the warning when the spoilers begin. So if you didn't see it yet and you don't want spoilers, you don't have to watch the end. And if you did see it, you can continue forward. Or if you just want spoilers, well, that's your choice. I give you guys the choice. So 90-minute long series premiere Fear the Walking Dead. Now this is the series that prequels The Walking Dead comic and TV series. It's the fall of society. So basically, think of it this way. Rick went into a coma at the beginning of this episode, and he's not coming out of the coma until this series is over. So this is what happened while Rick was in his coma. We still do not get a definitive how the zombies happened. They never explain that. So if you guys are going in on this series saying, well, great, we'll finally find out how the zombie thing happened. No. As a matter of fact, AMC released the first 3 minutes of the episode a couple of days ago. So also, for those of you that saw that first 3 minutes, that's most of the action you're going to be seeing, and zombie action throughout most of the episode till towards the very end. There's very, very little action in this episode. Really, it's the world is perfectly fine at the start of this episode. Nothing bad's going on except for obviously what's slowly happening, you know, in the shadows. Character-wise, really quickly, the Salazar family, not in this episode. Not at all. Obviously, they'll be in future episodes because they're main characters, but not in this episode. As a matter of fact, Christopher and Lisa are not even in this episode. They're in a brief moment during a phone conversation with Travis. The main stars of this episode are Nick, Travis, and Madison. Of course, Alicia also, because Alicia is the sister. For those of you that did not check the bios out, Travis was married to Lisa, and they have a son, Christopher. He is now with Madison, who has 2 children, Alicia, and Nick. Nick is a heavy drug addict. Alicia is the smart one of the family, but yet she still cuts class and does things kind of, I don't want to say against the rules, because really, but she's basically, she knows she's smart, so she takes a couple of liberties here and there. Travis and Madison are both school teachers. Travis is dealing with, basically, his son hates him. Madison's kids don't like him. He obviously is, his character gets a lot of development in here. Madison is another character that, at first, to me, I remember writing in GroupMe that this character is stupid. You know, she's dealing with her son who has a drug problem, and then at some point towards the end of the episode, she's like, maybe he shouldn't come home. Maybe he should just do whatever he's doing. And it's like, lady, you just spent most of the episode trying to find him. Now you don't care anymore. Make up your mind. And she blames herself. They go looking for clues at the church that he's in that we saw in the first 3 minutes, and she has a breakdown moment there. I don't know about the Madison character, but Travis seems like he's going to be the stronger character for the family, at least. Hopefully we'll get to see more characters in the next episode, and obviously we probably will. But the pacing was very slow, centered a lot around Nick and what he saw in those first 3 minutes of the episode, and then it also deals with Travis and Madison coming into certain situations, and we slowly see the development of society's imminent fall. The last 15, 20 minutes is really where I feel the first episode shined the most. That's where things started picking up, little moments started happening, and we start to see the beginning of, I don't want to say the outbreak, because really it's not an outbreak yet, but we start to see more and more activity. Let's put it that way. And the ending especially was a really humongous, it was an awesome ending to the episode, and definitely a hook to bring you back for episode 2. All in all, I have to say that this first episode gets a 3.5 to 4 out of 5 stars from me. It was a really solid ending, really great last 15, 20 minutes, but a very slow beginning and middle. It felt like, yeah, obviously they had to introduce the characters and they wanted to really build up, look, the world is perfectly fine. And then by the end of season 1, the world is not going to be perfectly fine. And the prequel's already been given a season 2 okay. That's fine. I mean, I could see this going on for a season or 2, but to be honest, this is a prequel to the ongoing series. So this is a finite series. I mean, yes, you could stretch it out to as many seasons as you want, but how long can you stretch it out before it's like, Rick's been in a coma for about 3 years? That didn't happen. So, I mean, it could have. We don't know for sure definitively when Rick woke up, but I mean, his wife and his kid were the same age, so obviously it wasn't like years later, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you're a Walking Dead fan, you're really going to love it. If you are looking to see how things began, like if you really wanted like the reason why the zombies happened, you're not going to get that here. And you probably aren't going to get it ever. Robert Kirkman already admitted that he doesn't want to really tell us how the zombie infestation happened. Maybe not till the end of the series, but that's something that's just staying under wraps. I would definitely recommend checking out the first episode, but be warned, it's a very slow start. From this point on, I'm going to get a little bit more in-depth. So, warning, spoilers. Alright, so we all know that Nick got into that car accident at the beginning of the episode. Well, Nick spends most of the episode in the hospital, strapped to a bed, because they think he wants to kill himself. And also he's ranting and raving about what he saw at the beginning of the episode. So Nick's character is mainly there. You've got Travis, who's dealing with, it's his son Christopher's visiting weekend. And you see him fighting for Christopher to come. He wants him to come. You know, he's like, this is my weekend. You're supposed to come see me. And Chris doesn't want anything to do with him because he hates his father for leaving his mother. So Christopher, after a very brief argument, he goes back on the phone and says, you know what? Keep him. But you were just fighting for him. Now you don't care anymore. Travis is dealing with a lot of shit. First, he's dealing with a son that hates him. He's dealing with 2 kids. Really one. Nick, who has a humongous drug problem. He's had it for a very long time. And then you got Madison, who's dealing with her children. And he's trying to be supportive, but you feel bad for Travis because he's got a lot going on. But he seems to be very, not emotionless. I mean, he obviously has emotion, but to me, it feels like he's been drained a lot of his emotion because of everything that's going on. You've got Alicia, who's in it for a bit. She's supposed to be the smart one, valedictorian, whatever, yet she's cutting class to see her boyfriend, who somehow mysteriously disappears from middle to end of the issue, and we all know why he disappeared. I mean, let's not play games here. We all know he's probably zombie food, or a zombie. So she's dealing with her boyfriend disappearing. We get no zombie activity except for in 3 parts. First one being the first 3 minutes. Second one, there's a scene on the highway. We don't see it at first. We see that Travis and Madison are on a highway. The cars are in a complete stop. There was a chase. The chase went bad, and the people in the car crash, or the person in the car crash, died. Or so they thought. After a little while, we actually get to see playback, because there was apparently a recording of the police and how the guy apparently wasn't dead. And I love how they ran to the assumption that he was on something instead of really wondering how the hell bullets are going through this guy's chest and he's not dying until the Eminem in the head. But that's the second zombie moment, the last zombie moment, is all the way at the end of the episode where Nick is confronting the guy that gave him the drugs that he took with his friends, obviously before the episode started, and he thinks that the person gave him drugs that were laced with something that drove Madison completely batshit crazy, instead of obviously assuming that she's a zombie. So this guy wants to kill Nick. Nick, he has a gun, fight, the guy dies. Nick calls Travis and Madison, whom, like I said at the beginning of this review, at first the mom wants to find him, then they give up, and then he finally reaches out to them, and they come to see him. And he's telling them, this guy tried to kill me, he died. They go to the car, and the guy is missing. And then guess what? As they're leaving, he shows up behind the car, and he's not exactly living anymore. And the episode kind of ends with Nick trying to take out the guy, and he's just not dying. And everybody's kind of at a loss for words, and Madison's like, what's going on? And Travis is like, I don't know. Very good setup. Very good setup for the world that's eminently going to fall. I liked it. I thought the ending really is what grabbed me the most. Nick is just trying to, he thinks that he believes what he's seeing, but I feel bad for Nick also because every time he's trying to, explain something, it's not there or things aren't right, and he's losing his mind. I feel bad for him because he looks like he's completely feeling like I'm losing my mind because I know what happened and it's not here anymore. Because there are several moments. One moment where the father goes to the church, another moment where the father and mother go to the church, and there's nobody there. Obviously, we all know why. But, they try to find clues, and you're seeing the little clues dropping that society, something's going on. How this began, we'll never know. I doubt we'll ever know. But all in all, this was a really good first episode. A slow start, but again, I have faith that there's only 5 episodes left, so I have faith that the series will slowly pick up, and it'll be a good setup for The Walking Dead Season 5. I believe we're up to Season 5, right, Mike?
6.
Season 6. Thank you. So, we'll see where Episode 2 goes. Slow start. Up to you guys if you're interested. If not, just wait for The Walking Dead. It's coming back in, wow, ironically, 5 weeks, October 11th. Good timing, AMC. I know you did that on purpose. Anyway, feel free to leave your comments below. What did you guys think of the first episode? A lot of people I've talked to already said it was very underwhelming, a very slow start. But those last 20 minutes, guys, you got to admit, things really did pick up towards the end of the episode. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the first episode of Fear the Walking Dead. And if you believe that this series should actually get a Season 2, I guess we'll have to wait till the season finale to really definitively understand or want another season. But if things progress a little bit faster, I see the series definitely going far. And obviously, as the series progresses, society is slowly but surely going to collapse. So, till then, as always, feel free to check out anything else I'm involved with, like ComicFrontline.com and Zone4Podcast.com. Together, we try to be your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. If you want some casual gaming, go check out Frontline Gaming Zone on YouTube. Mike and I are posting a bunch of stuff in the coming weeks. Some casual gaming, some community playing, and just some fun stuff, some fun extras for you guys. We are working on the Comic Frontline Twitch to bring some gaming to you guys also. I believe Kevin's involved with that, so stay tuned for Kevin's stuff. Check out Outside the Pages again as always, and until next time, guys, keep reading, keep collecting, and I'll see you guys really soon in the next video.